It's another day and it's another embarrassing defeat for Donald Trump and his lawyers. A group of Trump lawyers in Colorado took a loss so big that the judge is making them pay their defendants' legal fees. And these lawyers were trying to sue Facebook and all these groups that they said were against Donald Trump. And again, Trump and his lawyers are proven wrong in court. Watch this for the context.
Judge Neureiter used careful legal language to describe the lawsuit, calling it frivolous, disorganized, and fantastical. The judge also said the lawsuit is, quote, the stuff of which violent insurrections are made. The judge does not have the power to disbar the two lawyers. That is up to the State of Colorado Bar Association. Gary Fielder and Ernest Walker, who dreamed of becoming billionaires through this lawsuit, could now be bankrupted by this phony, frivolous lawsuit. They have no idea tonight how much money they owe Mark Zuckerberg and the other defendants, because the lawyers for the defendants have not yet submitted their bills in this case. Other judges in other jurisdictions around the country are considering the same sort of penalties against Trump lawyers who filed totally false lawsuits on behalf of the Trump campaign. And speaking of frivolous lawsuits, Donald Trump filed a hopeless lawsuit today, trying to prevent the IRS from handing over his tax returns to the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. Donald Trump will lose that lawsuit.
So you can see here that this judge not only calls this lawsuit frivolous and fantastical, basically saying that the Trump legal ecosystem is making up lies even more than usual, but that it's all very dangerous, that these lawyers were planting the seeds for the insurrection, that these lawyers, through their lawsuits during and after the election, all the way even after Trump left office in some cases, were not only wasting the time of the legal system, but severely corroding democracy. And that clip does a really good job of connecting it to the Sidney Powell stuff and the other Trump lawyers, be they directly employed by Trump or just part of the Trump ecosystem. And it also connects it to Trump himself with his own frivolous lawsuits, filing lawsuits he knows he's going to lose just to stall and just to waste time and just to sow doubt and fear and uncertainty into the democratic and political processes. And again, every one of these losses is a loss for Trump. We talked about it yesterday when one of the Trump rioters got sentenced. Trump was not directly on trial, but in every one of these rulings, the judges are making it clear that this was all part of Trump's web. Whether he was directly involved in some of these cases or not, Donald Trump encouraged them explicitly or implicitly, and when these are declared not just losses, but losses so massive that you have to pay the defendants' legal fees because the lawsuits are so frivolous, that Donald Trump is being rebuked. And so this is delicious in one way because we get to see Donald Trump lose on a nearly daily basis. Again, I've said this before, but if Donald Trump took his loss like an adult back in November, we would have only gotten a few days to celebrate him being a loser. And then maybe once again on Inauguration Day for Biden, and then he'd be gone. But now we get to celebrate it every day. But the downside to all this is that you can clearly see that whether it's the rioters or Trump's lawyers, or Trump himself, or the Republicans still in office enabling him, the damage is still being done each and every day. Donald Trump continues to lose in court, but we await the day where he faces direct consequences himself.